Hey guys, welcome back to my channel and welcome to today's Tip Tuesday video. So for today, we're going to be talking all about this little guy down here, Dropbox. I have signed out of Dropbox because I am going to go through this demonstration of downloading digital files as if I do not have a Dropbox account because I feel like the majority of my customers do not have a Dropbox account. Now I do want to mention it is totally free to sign up for Dropbox. You don't have to pay for anything, so if you want to sign up for it and get some extra storage that way, you absolutely can, but you do not have to. So my hope is that today's video will help answer any questions that you have about downloading your digital files from Dropbox. By far, the most frequently asked question I receive pertains to Dropbox, how to download and all that fun stuff. So I'm going to walk you through that whole process today. I do want to give a little bit of a disclaimer. So for today, I am using an iPad, but Dropbox also works on Android devices, Windows devices. It works exactly the same for the most part, but the browser that you're using may impact the process. It may look a little different depending on what browser you're using. Today I'm going to use Google Chrome and Safari to demonstrate how to download digital files from Dropbox. So just wanted to give that disclaimer, but for the most part the process is going to be pretty much the same regardless of what device you're using. I want to explain why I personally use Dropbox. So I have an Etsy shop called Planning to Prosper where I sell digital planners and digital stickers. At times, the files that I want to share with my customers are too large for Etsy. Etsy does have a file size limit of 20 megabytes. So if a file is larger than that, you have to provide an external link to a third-party file storage system where customers are able to download their items. So that is why I personally use Dropbox. I've done a lot of research on various file sharing apps, and by far and wide, I feel like I get the most bang for my buck with Dropbox because I do have to pay for a subscription because I have a lot of files in there, so I have to pay for extra storage. And then I also really like the security of it. For me personally, it's fully integrated into my files system on my computer, so it's just really easy to use, very user-friendly. So that's personally why I choose Dropbox. And I also keep in mind, of course, the experience that my customers have as well. So I did do some testing with Google Drive, WeTransfer, there's a whole bunch of them out there, and I felt that Dropbox was the most straightforward, simple file sharing app for both myself and for my customers. So, okay, so what you're gonna do, you've purchased an item from Etsy, and now you need to download your files. One important note is that you will not have access to those files until your payment processes. Sometimes that does take a little bit depending on what form of payment you've used and everything like that, but once your payment does process, you will receive an email confirmation. I always recommend, by the way, do not check out as a guest with Etsy. Make sure you're signed into Etsy and everything because I feel like it makes it a lot easier. That way you get the email confirmation with a link to the files, and then also you're able to go to your profile in your purchase history where you can locate the option to download your files from your digital purchase as well. Another important note, when you download your files, you will not be able to download via the Etsy app. You can only download by logging into Etsy on a browser like Google Chrome or like Safari, wherever Safari is in my little apps here. So again, you cannot download files from the Etsy app itself. You have to be logged into a browser. So I'm going to show you guys that process. When you are in your Etsy account, you're logged in, you're going to tap on your profile picture here, and you're going to go to purchases and reviews, and that's going to take you to this screen that I'm on currently. And you're going to see my orders are over here on the left. I'm covering them up because those are products that I've used, you know, items that I've used in my products, so I don't really share those. And then on the right hand side, there is a button that says download files. So you're gonna tap on that, and then you're gonna come to this screen here where you're gonna have the option to download the files that the digital creator has provided to you. Now for me personally, I embed links to my Dropbox in a PDF. And I have a feeling that's the way a lot of digital creators do that as well. If they're sharing a larger file, you will likely receive a PDF that has embedded links to the Dropbox within it. So here is an example of a PDF you would receive from my shop when you purchase a planner from my shop. So this is the Prosper You planner, and one question I receive often from customers is they get concerned because they see I only have one page, like a one-page PDF, and that's it. I don't have the actual planner, and that's because the links are actually embedded into this PDF. So there's buttons over here on the left-hand side. If you've purchased a landscape planner, the buttons will be below the planner over here. But for a portrait planner, the buttons are here on the left. They're big old buttons, and it'll say click here to download your planners and accessories. There's also links to digital planning tutorials, as well as a video recommendation I have if you are brand new to digital planning. So to go to the Dropbox and download your planner, as well as your stickers, accessories, etc. And by the way, this process is pretty much the same if you purchase a sticker file from me, any file from me that is too large for Etsy. You're going to receive a PDF that has a button on it where you tap on it and it will take you to my Dropbox to download the files that you have purchased. So I am going to go ahead and tap on that box there that says click here to download your planner and accessories. That's going to take me to my Dropbox to download my planner. And you'll see a little pop-up that says leave files and open this link. It's a Dropbox link. You're going to select open. And now, as I mentioned, I completely signed out, so it does not know I have a Dropbox, and this is the screen that's going to pop up. Now the default browser I am currently using is Chrome. I'm going to show you this process in Safari as well so you can see what the differences are. I think this is where a lot of people get confused because they come to this screen and it just says save to my Dropbox, and so you assume, oh, I must need to have a Dropbox account in order to open these files. Not true. You do not need a Dropbox account to open these files. You don't need to pay for Dropbox. Please do not pay for anything in regards to Dropbox. You don't need an account or anything like that. What you're going to want to do is ignore that blue button right there and just tap on the folder you want. So when you purchase a planner from me, you're going to receive 3 zip files. One is going to contain the planners themselves, another one's going to contain the digital stickers that come with my planners, and then another one will contain the covers that come with the planners or the accessories, whatever it may be. So I'm going to go ahead and open my planners. So I'm going to tap on the zip file here. And you're going to come to this screen here, and it's going to say zip files cannot be previewed. And zip files also cannot be imported to GoodNotes. That's an important note too. So if you receive an error message that says that this file cannot be imported into GoodNotes, it is likely because it has not been unzipped. It is still zipped up, and GoodNotes will not let you import zipped files. So what you're going to want to do, and again this is in Google Chrome, so you are going to go ahead and click on export. Once you've clicked on export, you're going to see a couple options here. You might see an option to import directly to GoodNotes. Again, you're not going to be able to do that because the file is zipped. This is super duper duper important, very important. Save to your files. Automatically, anytime you purchase anything digital, just automatically save it somewhere. Get organized with your filing system. It will make your life so much easier, trust me. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to save to my files, and it is now exporting. As you can see, I'm just blocking some of my friend and family's names because I'm not sure they want their last name put out there. So it is exporting. So it is now done exporting. It's going to come up to the screen here, and I've got my desktop highlighted. This is what I mean when I say save to your desktop. Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to actually create a new folder, which I can do by tapping on this little folder here with the plus sign, and I am going to label this Planning to Prosper. And you can label it whatever you want. Maybe you want to label it digital products, digital planners, something like that. but just some folder that you can put everything in so you'll know exactly where to find it when you want a fresh copy of your planner. Say you've got an undated planner, you want to reuse it for the next year, or you've got an add-on from my shop, you want to reuse it or anything like that. You'll always have a fresh copy here. That way too, if you accidentally delete something in GoodNotes or your PDF reading app of choice and you need to replace it, you always have a copy here. You don't have to go and dig through your purchase history in Etsy, re-download everything, all of that. Automatically saved to your files. If you get anything out of this video, definitely get that. So I'm gonna do Planning to Prosper, and I'm gonna save, oops, I already have that file name. So let's do this. Let's do digital planners or digital products. Let's do digital products. Okay, so now it's gonna go to digital products and I'm gonna click save. And now when I go to my files, which I can access on my iPad by going to the files here, I am going to locate that file that I just created. So I'm gonna go to my iCloud Drive, my desktop. I'm gonna look for digital products, and there is the zip file. So what you're gonna wanna do to unzip it is just tap on it, and you're gonna see a blue folder pop up. You can delete the zip file if you'd like to, or you can keep it, whatever you prefer. But when I click on this blue folder here, you're gonna have 3 files, PDF files, and these are all the planners that you receive with your purchase. So they all just have different start dates: Monday start month with a Monday start week, Sunday start month with a Monday start week, and a Sunday start month with a Sunday start week. So you get a couple options there. So I'm gonna do the Sunday start month with the Monday start week. So I'm gonna go ahead and tap on this little rectangle with the arrow sticking out, and then I'm gonna scroll through my apps until I find GoodNotes, or maybe you're using Notability, Note Shelf, something like that. I'm gonna click GoodNotes. And then I'm going to import as a new document. Import to documents, and there it goes. And voila, there is my beautiful planner all ready to go. The other option for importing to GoodNotes is you can also just tap on this new button here and click import, and then locate your planners, tap on it, and it's going to import into GoodNotes. So there's a couple different options there. You can either go to the files, click the little export rectangle with the arrow sticking out, go to GoodNotes that way, or just open GoodNotes and do import. Okay, so that was all using Google Chrome. Now, if you have Safari as your default browser, which you can check your default browser by going to your settings in your iPad, go to Safari right here. And you're gonna notice that my default browser app is Chrome, so I'm gonna go ahead and change that to Safari, just to show you guys what this process looks like when I'm using Safari. This time I'll use a landscape planner so you can kind of see where those buttons are at. So here's the buttons. So I'm gonna tap here to download my planner and accessories. Open the file. Again, this is now using Safari. Actually looks exactly the same so far. So I'm gonna go ahead and do my stickers this time. It's gonna say again that zip files can't be previewed, and you're gonna see this little export button down here. So I'm gonna go ahead and tap on export. And then I'm gonna click save to files. Okay, so now it has exported, and I'm gonna select that same file, digital products, and I'm gonna hit save up here, if you guys can see. I'm gonna hit save. And now that will be saved in my files. So I'm gonna go ahead and go to my files, and I'm gonna locate my little folder. So I'm gonna go back to my desktop. There's my digital products folder. There's the zip file that we just exported into our file. So I'm gonna unzip it by tapping on it. A little blue folder again is gonna pop out. When I open this up, I'm gonna have 3 files. I'll have individual PNGs, which are meant to be used in PDF reading apps outside of GoodNotes. So if you're using Zoom Notes or Notability or Note Shelf, something like that, you'd be able to use that. And then there's also a GoodNotes file here. So if I unzip the individual PNGs, you're gonna notice that there's all these individual clip art images and individual like stickers. And I have the GoodNotes file here, so I'm gonna go ahead and tap on the GoodNotes file, And I'm gonna go ahead and tap this little rectangle with the arrow sticking out. And then again, I'm gonna hit GoodNotes. And I'm gonna import as a new document. And there it goes. And there's my beautiful farmhouse sticker kit ready to go. I could not recommend saving everything to a file more than I am right now. Make sure you save your products, get organized, maybe create subfolders that say digital stickers. Maybe within the digital stickers folder, you have another subfolder for, you know, whatever shop you're purchasing from, Planning to Prosper. There's tons of other digital product shops out there, so maybe organize it that way. Have a subfolder for your planners. It will make your life so much easier when it comes to locating your files. So I definitely recommend, instead of directly importing to GoodNotes, just saving it to your desktop. So anyways, I hope that this video was super helpful to you if you're running into any issues downloading from Dropbox. I showed the process through Google Chrome, through Safari. Again, the browser you're using may impact the way that things are laid out and how they work and everything. But from my experience just now and what you guys just saw, between Google Chrome and Safari, it was actually a very similar experience. If one browser seems to be a little finicky, like if the Dropbox is exporting really slow or you're receiving an error message, try just switching browsers. I say like 9.5 times out of 10, that helps resolve the issue. If you run into any trouble, of course, as well, you can reach out to me anytime. I am always, always, always happy to help. But yeah, I hope that this video was helpful. If it was, please give it a thumbs up. Be sure to subscribe to catch all my future videos, as well as tutorials every Tuesday moving forward. I'll be sharing tips and tutorials for digital planning. So I hope that you all find that very helpful, and I will chat with you all later. Bye.